What's up, guys? RK here with a quick July update. July has actually been a pretty exciting month. So, back probably about 6 months ago, God spoke to Kelike and said that I would be going to Brazil in July. So, when we found out my buddy Brown was running a school of evangelism in Brazil in July, we thought, okay, yeah, it's probably God, right? So, I just thought, yeah, if it's God, then the money will come in. He never asked for money or anything. Come June, Kelike is like, hey, you're supposed to be going to Brazil next month. And I'm like, yeah, if it's God, the money will come in or whatever. And then nothing was happening. And then my birthday, my birthday dinner, end of June, she was like, hey, you need to be going to Brazil. And she asks my future brother-in-law, says, hey, turns out he had some freaking flyer miles he wasn't going to use, and he said, you guys can use them. So he thought, oh, maybe we'll look at tickets, using frequent flyer miles. And then my wife goes to her, she had a tip her address, she goes to her work and she says, hey, I'll probably not be able to work next month because my husband might be going to Brazil and something. Oh my gosh, this lady is serious, like, she just kept on pushing, saying, hey, you need to go, this is something that you need to do. And so I thought, okay, I'll look into getting this tickets with the frequent flyer miles, and then I checked my visa was expired, and so you had to go to a visa interview in LA to get a visa, and I looked to make a visa interview, and it wasn't going to happen. By the time I could get an interview and wait the 5 working days to get the visa, the school had already been over. So I thought, it's not going to happen, but I thought maybe I'll send an emergency visa request, just to see what happens. And they said, okay, yeah, sure, come down here on Friday. That was a Wednesday when they sent me that email. So I had to go on this emergency trip, to get this visa on Friday, and then everything that possibly could have went wrong, went wrong. I mean, 2 flights got canceled. I got bumped off to two or three extra standby flights. Finally made one flight. I get in, we go to my visa interview the next day. The last email that I got from the Brazilian consulate basically said, hey, this isn't going to work, don't even come, schedule a visa interview for some other time. And I thought, well, they sent me one email that said come, so I'm just going to go. And then you had to pay with a certain type of money order and got the wrong type of money order, and then you had to go to the post office to get the right type of money order, and the machine to pay for the money orders was broken. And then we had to go to the store to try and get cash, and then the store to cash the cash the money order, the machine was broken. It was like everything that could have went wrong, except for when I actually went down and sat down with the lady, and she said, okay, I'll give you your visa. And I look in the paper and it says you can pick up your visa on the 9th. The only problem was I'd already booked my ticket for the 5th. And so I said, is there anything, like my flights on the 5th? She goes, oh, yeah, I'll accommodate you. She crossed off 9 and wrote 3. So I got a miracle visa in literally a couple days when it should not have happened. I got it basically like a week earlier than I should. And, I went down and I taught my Causing a Jesus Epidemic, my Finding Your Purpose, Discipling Nation stuff. And it was awesome, here's the one thing that I realized, though. When you go to Brazil, a country that speaks another language, and you don't really have a translator, I mean, Brown will translate for me, but, he can't be sitting next to me all the time translating. I realized the power of multiplication, because I couldn't do the ministry because I couldn't speak the language, so I literally had to depend on the ability to multiply the teaching, multiply the acts of risk that it takes to see people get healed and delivered and see people get saved in the streets and whatnot. And it was just awesome to see it worked. And so I was able to preach into school. We did a thing they call a bazaar, where instead of just giving out clothes to people, they sell them for basically like $1 a piece. You come, you pay $1, and you can just get, like, this shirt costs $1. This suit costs $1. Everything just costs $1, and it's their way to say, like, we want to bless the neighborhood, and at the same time, we want to make it so they're not dependent on us. They come and they actually pay to get this stuff, and it's a great working model. And I mean, people literally lined up at the fence, and when the time came that time to start, they ran in, and it was just neat. We also did a thing where we had coffee with the homeless at like midnight. And it's something that they've been starting to do that's just gone really great. They have guys come every week and they sit down and eat coffee with them. They found out they're going to be gone for 2 weeks and they were like a little bit bummed, It's like, what do you mean? Who's going to come and drink coffee with us in the next 2 weeks, And yeah, it was neat to sit back and watch the students do all the ministry. And after the lecture phase or the training phase for 2 weeks, they went to Paraguay for 2 weeks, and they saw, I mean, tons of people get supernaturally healed. They saw tons of people get saved. They saw tons of people get prophetic words. They did words on all. They did all this stuff, and it was like, I don't know, I just realized the power of multiplication while I was there. And, you know, in family news, this last Monday was mine and Kaylee's 7-year anniversary, and since I was gone literally for 3 weeks and she had to stay with the kids by herself in the ghetto, I thought, you know what, why not treat my wife to something new? She deserves it. Super mom who takes care of these kids, man. She deserves it. So we went and stayed in the same hotel we stayed at on our honeymoon. It was awesome. Ocean view, both sides, you know, looking at Diamond Head, looking at Waikiki Beach. Of course, Like wants to move in there and live there for the rest of her life. I don't blame her. I want to live there too, you know. Someone to clean your carpets and make your bed, and free cable and air conditioning. Everything is included in the pack. So, anyways, Kalina turned 4 in July. She's a little princess. She got treated like the queen that she is. And yeah, you know, that's what happened in July. But thank you guys for listening to my rambling. We appreciate you, bless you, and we look forward to what's going to happen this next month.